Hi everyone, I hope you're doing good. Now, back in March, I did a video on why it sucks to be a lefty guitarist, and I said I'd follow it up with why it's great. Now, here it is. This is going to be my video on the things that is great about being a lefty guitarist. If you didn't check the why it sucks video out, I'll leave it at the end of this video. Yeah, I got these ideas from Become the Knight's video, because on his video he done like positives and negatives. So yeah, I'll leave that video in the description if you haven't watched it, because it's really cool. And yeah, if you enjoy my content, drop me a sub. I'm getting close to 50 now, which is awesome. Yeah, but anyway, now let's just get straight into this. So the first point that I've got is, more likely than not, your guitar will be pretty unique. Certain manufacturers only make a really small amount of left-handed guitars. There are some makes, like brands, that do make a lot of left-handed guitars, such as ESP and Schecter and Fender as well. I think they make quite a lot of left-handed guitars, but then there's quite a lot of smaller brands that hardly make any, if any, really. And yeah, so if you were to get one of those guitars, it would be like one of maybe 100, or maybe not even 100, which is really cool. And also, like a custom brand as well that only make custom guitars, it would literally be one of one, which is awesome. It's just a really cool thing to be able to say that your guitar is one of a kind. The second point that I've got is, there are so many famous left-handed guitarists as for inspiration. Not just the obvious ones though, even though Hendrix is a massive influence on me, but yeah, Hendrix and then Tony Iommi are kind of the obvious ones. And another one that is sort of obvious as well, Kurt Cobain as well, of Nirvana, is also left-handed. Other notable famous left-handed guitarists: Albert King, the surf guitarist Dick Dale, Zachy Vengeance of Avenged Sevenfold, also Paul McCartney of the Beatles, lefty, and also former Slipknot bassist Paul Gray. Another guy who's not as well known, Doyle Bramall II. He's played in quite a lot of bands. He played for Roger Waters as well of Pink Floyd. He plays left-handed, but he plays a right-handed guitar. He literally plays it upside down, which is pretty mad. So he plays all the chords upside down, the guitar solo is upside down. It's just really strange way in playing, but yeah. And two other notable guitarists that actually were left-handed, but they chose to play right-handed. Michelangelo Batio, I don't know if anybody knows him, but he's just shred demon. He plays both ways. He first learnt left, and then he learnt how to play right-handed, so he can play both ways. And also the late Gary Moore as well. He was also left-handed, but he chose to play right-handed instead of left. But yeah, so yeah, pretty cool amount of famous left-handed guitarists. The third point that I've got is that being a lefty, you can stand out from the crowd, which is pretty good marketing. You can use it as like a visual factor against, to your advantage against right-handed guitarists, because there's a lot of right-handed guitarists out there, and everybody plays this way, and then if you see someone who plays the other way round, it's like, oh, that's different. Oh, he's, it sort of just catches your attention a bit more, rather than like standard right-handed, righty, and then lefty. Oh, that's different, because yeah, there's not many of us about. And also, yeah, the left-handed mythos of, the strange things of being a lefty is, some people find that cool. I find that cool because, I'm a lefty anyway. So it's always cool to see other lefties. That kind of brings me on to the next point, that lefties write and think differently to righties. You know, lefties think slightly differently in terms of musically. They write slightly different. I mean, look at Kurt Cobain in Nirvana, and also Tony Iommi and Jimi Hendrix. They all wrote completely different to most artists in that time. But yeah, some people say that it's to do with lefties using the right side of the brain more, which induces more creativity. But also it's to do with a difference in perspective, just opens up endless possibilities in the mind. The fifth point that I've got is no one is allowed to play your guitar unless you say so. Yeah, you can just tell people that you don't know or you don't trust, you can just tell them where to go, really. If they want to play your guitar or touch your guitar. Become the Knight made the point, like when he was at a gig and some random guy just went up to him and said, "Can I touch your guitar? Can I play your guitar?" And he was like, "No, go away. I don't know you. You could be some weird guy." But yeah, unless it's people that you know and you trust, it's like that's fine. I never really had an issue with people like touching my guitar, unless it's like somebody I don't know. I'd say no. I remember when I played with my old band at college down at where the Esquires at Bedford, and there was this other band that played, and the lead guitarist, or no, I don't think he was the lead guitarist. I think he was the vocalist. That's it, and he played guitar, and he asked me if he could play my guitar, and I was thinking, I don't know who the hell you are. No. But yeah. And the last point that I have is getting a new guitar is the absolute best feeling. It's like, it just is though. It just is, especially for us, because getting a really good left-handed guitar is just really, really special. It's like, because there's not that many left-handed guitars out there to get. When you get a really, really good guitar, it's just the best feeling. Righties don't feel it the same because they have more options of guitars to get. We don't take it for granted as much as righties do. That's but I think that because every time I get a brand new guitar, it's literally like the best thing ever. Whilst editing this video, I actually come up with another point. It's easier and better to learn from a right-handed guitarist because it's mirrored. Because it's mirrored and both necks are facing the same way. It's like both the guitar necks are sort of facing each other. It's like looking in a mirror. So it's easier to see the other person playing the riff or whatever. Yeah, it's just easier to see how to play something because it's mirrored. It's facing you. So it's just easier to see. When I had guitar lessons, my guitar teacher was right-handed, and it was just so easy to be able to copy what he was playing because it was almost like looking at a mirror image. And yeah, so there's a good thing about being a righty as well. But yeah, I suppose for righties, for two righties learning off each other, it's the other way around. It's same for two lefties as well. But a lefty and a righty seems to be perfect for learning guitar. So yeah. So that has been this video. Let me know if there's any points that I've missed, because I'm sure there's something that I've missed. Also, let me know what your favourite left-handed guitarist is, if you've got one, or if you have any. Also, yeah, thanks to everyone who's watched, and thanks to everyone who's subbed, because yeah, like I say at the start of the video, we're getting close to 50. now, which is absolutely brilliant. I can't believe it, really. And yeah, if you like this video, leave it a like and leave a comment if you want to, and share with anyone who you think that would like this. And yeah, all feedback and everything is much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, till the next one, keep it metal.